As a biodynamic gardener, one of the things I'm always aiming to do is develop a deep and meaningful relationship with my garden. I'm the one who makes all the decisions, but if I strive to tune into the needs of the plants and the soil and the garden as a whole, then I'll be able to work in a much more harmonious way. I'm always mindful about what my garden needs to stay healthy and resilient, looking after the life in the soil, tuning into nature's rhythms when sowing and planting, and making the best possible compost that I can, so that I can give back to the soil what I've taken out as food. There's always room, even in the smallest garden, to create the homes and habitats that will encourage lots of biodiversity into the garden. If you aim to draw in as much insect life into your garden, including bees, butterflies and dragonflies, then the birds and small mammals will soon follow. The best thing any gardener can do to attract wildlife into their garden is to build a pond, however small. Try not to be over tidy. The scruffy patch of grass and weeds behind the shed is where the insect life will be hanging out. Plant lots of bee and butterfly friendly plants. Pile up logs into habitat piles for frogs and other small creatures. Plant a tree or two. Even small trees will give the birds a perch, and the tree roots will encourage the beneficial fungi to colonise your soil, supporting everything else that you want to grow. Try to love your weeds. The compost preparation plants, which include dandelion, nettle, yarrow, valerian and chamomile, are all healing herbs in their own right, but are also very generous to wildlife. For example, dandelions are a great companion plant as their long tap roots bring up nutrients deep down in the soil and share them with neighbouring shallower rooted plants. Nettles are an important food source for some butterfly species, and they're activators in the compost heap, and they make a great plant food too. Using a planting calendar can help you to become aware of the bigger picture and become much more aware of the consequences of unthinking action. Is the reason all those seeds didn't germinate because there was an eclipse? Are those tomatoes the best I've ever grown because I always hoed them on a fruit day? You and your garden can develop a very personal relationship with the help of biodynamics. And of course, stirring either the horn manure or horn silica is an hour-long meditation. I always send positive thoughts of love, harmony and respect into the water when I'm stirring, and definitely avoid thinking about what I'm having for my tea. Take time to cultivate an inner gratitude for the beauty of your garden, the nourishment of the food that you've grown, for all the sun, rain and time it takes for your garden to grow your food. The relationship of the gardener to their garden is unique and to be valued. Why do we all feel so much better when we're outdoors in nature? This feel-good factor comes from the bonding hormone oxytocin, which is released when we look at something with appreciation and love. This is what happens to us when we get that feeling of being connected to something deeper and bigger than ourselves, when we're connected to the healing power of nature. So I've practiced this mindful but practical approach to gardening for over 20 years, and I do feel it's a great way to feel true connection to your garden. And I've often had a sense of a tap on the shoulder or a little nudge from the plants or the garden, as though I've missed something, or they're just reminding me to pay attention in certain ways. And I think developing this close relationship to a garden is something that biodynamics can really help you with.